at this view, the Cabot Trail, everybody.
In this video, we make the final push to finish this cross-Canada road trip, fighting crazy weather from the Cabot Trail to Canada's capital.
Guys, we're here in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, and behind me here is an old military battery here at Cranberry Point. It's a really unique spot and kind of a sketchy hike out. It's not long, but you'll see why in a second. It's windy out here. We've got some snow and some fog moving in, so we've got to get going pretty quick. I just can't wait to show this to you guys. But look at this, guys. It's crazy windy here. I don't know if you can see this, but the snow is going up. Look at this. I'm pointing the camera down, and the snow is coming up towards the camera. The Plaid is on the Cabot Trail, Cape Breton Island. So we just left the charger at Ingonish, which is part of the Cabot Trail State Park. And they had the Tesla Charger there. It was right on the beach. It was two ladies that were walking by, struck up a conversation with them and told them where I was heading. And they said, oh boy, you're gonna climb 2 mountains. I hope you got really good tires. And I was like, well, I've got all-wheel drive. I don't know about the best tires. So it looks like we're going to have to use a lot of caution and a lot of skill over the next couple of hours of driving here. So we are headed to the next national park Tesla Charger, which is in a place called Dingwall, which is the most northerly point on our trip around the Cabot Trail. So let's see how we make out. The snow is still coming down. It's foggy in parts as well. As long as the plows are out and the salt is down, I should be just fine. That is a concern. And just like that, we're back into the snow. So much for the views. A combination of fog and snow has moved in here. And we are gaining elevation and it seems to be getting more intense. So, all right, so it's starting to get a little bit sketchy because we've got a very sharp turn coming up. And going down this snowy hill, we're using the regen because I can't really use the brakes. But we're doing okay. Actually, the regen's working very well. Very limited visibility here in the Cabot Trail. All right, well, these signs seem to be the biggest problem. Oh, there's a truck that can't get up the hill. Oh, that's friggin' lovely. Okay. Well, we are just going to crawl down this hill then. Need chains, buddy. I need chains. You're me. All right, so we made it to Aulac Falls here, Cape Breton Highlands National Park. Look at the back of the Plaid here. We've been just plowing through crazy snow. We've got to make it up this snowy hill here and no snow tires. So we're gonna raise the suspension on the Plaid and see how we do. Okay guys, here we go. I've lifted us up into the highest setting suspension and we are going to attempt this snowy hill. Let's see how we do. We're slipping, but we're moving, so that's good. Let's see what it's like here. We're just going to go real slow because I don't want to slide down any hills. Where are the chargers? Let's see here. I see a pathway here. Oh my goodness, there they are. Hallelujah, baby. Hallelujah. Well, we made it. Oh my goodness. All right. About 4 inches of snow on the ground here. Look at this place. Look at our charger. And We got juice. Ding ding, winner winner. Chill here for a little bit. Look at this place. All right, guys, we are climbing the mountain in the snowstorm, but it looks like they've got the road pretty well salted here, so that's very good news. We are headed to Chetty Camp, to our next charger. And it says we should have 29-30% when we get there, so that's good. So we will top up enough to get us down to Inverness. Well, we're climbing another mountain, and it looks like a kid drew the map with a squiggly marker. Switchback after switchback up this mountain. Let's go Plaid. Well, here we are climbing this mountain on our way to Chetty Camp here. We're on the Cabot Trail in beautiful Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. The Plaid is operating flawlessly. This thing's an absolute beast, carving up these corners, the switchbacks, everything. Look at this view, the Cabot Trail, everybody.
Roads and up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing. That was until I found you right there in the crowd. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good.
Everybody okay? Okay. Yeah, it's like a Mazda just buried in the ditch. Well, we made it safely to Baddeck here, which is actually the home of Alexander Graham Bell's summer home. We got to this Flow DC fast charger, 50 kilowatt unit, as opposed to the 62 kilowatt units over in Newfoundland. Much prefer the units in Newfoundland to this one here. These ones are old and clunky, and it took me a few minutes to get it going. But beside this beautiful inn here, look at this place here, gorgeous. Very, very nice area, kind of like a coastal Victorian vibe going on here. Really nice spot. Definitely recommend visiting it. Spent the night last night here, back at my friend's farm here. Thank you so much to Matt and Megan here for your hospitality and amazing coffee. And yeah, we're ready to hit the road today, carve up Nova Scotia, and make our way up to New Brunswick. Look at the views here. This is Sky Glen, Cape Breton Island. Love this place. Well, we're just about to leave Cape Breton Island and cross the causeway back into mainland Nova Scotia. So here we go. Boy, it's good to be back on the Supercharger network. We're in Enfield, Nova Scotia, which again is the last supercharger in the entire network heading east here in Atlantic Canada. Now, I understand that there are plans obviously to expand the network, hopefully up into Cape Breton Island soon and on to Newfoundland, but here we are, we're back on the network. No need to use a phone or tap or anything like that. Just simply plug in the car and she starts charging at crazy fast charging rates compared to what I've been used to up in Cape Breton Island, where it was about 50 kilowatts, and then over in Newfoundland, which was about 62. And here we're on 150 kilowatts. Once we get into the V3s, we'll be up to 250. So huge difference in speed, but happy to be back on the network. It's definitely peace of mind. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Nova Scotia actually has a blossoming vineyard and winery region in it. And we're actually driving right into it. It's not far from where we camped out earlier in the trip in Grand Pré, but it's just outside of Wolfville, Nova Scotia. So we're headed over to Benjamin Bridge Winery. There's a kind of a farmer's market going on, and my friends from Cape Breton Island, whose dairy farm that I stayed at with the creamery and all that stuff, they have a little market, a little spot at the market set up there. So we're gonna drop in and check it out, see what the winery looks like, and have a little taste of Nova Scotia's wine region. Well, that was beautiful. I had no idea there was such a gorgeous wine country in Nova Scotia, let alone any wine country at all. So I'm really happy that I got to experience in that and sample some of the local stuff, plus the farmer's market, and my friends over at Sky Glen Creamery were selling gelato like it was going out of style. So really happy for them. Overall, wow, just blown away with Nova Scotia. So much beauty. There's so much to see and do here. Come and experience it for yourself. Definitely recommend it. We're back here in Aulac. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but we're on the border of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, heading back into New Brunswick, headed for Moncton tonight. And it's dark already. It is about 8 o'clock at night. So we're gonna push forward into Moncton. I think that'll be, I don't know, an hour, 50 minutes, somewhere around there. And then got a spot to camp out and charge, get to bed early tonight, and then be up really super early tomorrow and hit the road just to make the most of the daylight, because we're gonna make the push towards home. Anyways, we're gonna get our charge on here and we'll get back on the road ASAP. We're back at this financial office building here in Moncton, New Brunswick. Super thankful for these free 32 amp level 2 chargers. So we're gonna get plugged in, get the heat on, get bedded down for the night, because tomorrow we got a long day of driving. Here we are in Riverview, a neighborhood of Moncton, New Brunswick. What's up, everybody? Here we are in Moncton, New Brunswick. We're just trying to get a little photo shoot in before the rain, but I'm here with original Roadster number 902, And Phil, who's behind me here, was kind enough to let me take a look at this incredible vehicle. Allegedly, this is the very first roadster sold in Canada. So 2010 with the full carbon fiber package. And here it is with the first ever 1,000 horsepower Tesla Plaid to cross Canada. Look at that, guys. Here we are. We've got Phil's Model X right beside here. So we got the S, the Roadster, and the X all lined up here. Big thanks to Phil. Big shout out to the Tesla owners of Moncton. Back in Woodstock, New Brunswick, as we head northwest now over to Quebec. We've got these version 2 chargers here behind me. We're pulling about 132 kilowatts, which isn't bad. Nice restaurant here and a gas station, lots of amenities. And we're looking forward to getting over the Quebec border and making our way west. Well, we made it safe last night here to Rivière-des-Loups, and I was wiped out, so I just hopped into bed, threw the car on to charge, 40 amp Tesla charger here. And we stopped here on our way through originally, but it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna put some miles down, get out of here and stay ahead of the weather. So we'll catch up with you on the road. Well, we are right now halfway between Quebec City and Montreal, and we are into some slippery roads here. Well, we're getting to charge up here at these 250 kilowatt cabinets. This is one of the same chargers we stopped at here in Quebec on the way across. We're about halfway between Quebec City and Montreal, and we're gonna head up through Montreal towards Ottawa, the capital of Canada. So I'm gonna grab a coffee here and get back on the road. Just outside Montreal, and here's Lion Electric school buses cruising down the highway. Well, we made it to Casselman Supercharger here. Version 2 cabinets behind me. I'm just noticing I gotta hang up one of those cables. Somebody left it on the ground. Come on, guys. Anyways, we're halfway between Montreal and Ottawa. We're headed to the capital of Canada just to round out this cross-Canada road trip. Every kilometer, every mile of the Trans-Canada Highway has been covered in this trip. This is our last charging stop before we reach Ottawa, the capital of Canada. Well, this is cool. Look at that, tandem axle trailer being towed by a Ford Lightning. Gotta love it. So this is interesting. This black Ram flew up the left side of me and just got nailed. Here we are, guys. We are heading into Ottawa. We've got the Plaid here. First ever car with over 1,000 horsepower to cross the country. We started over in Vancouver Island. We went all the way to Cape Spear, Newfoundland. And here we are in the nation's capital, right here on Capitol Hill in Ottawa. What a huge victory. All electric too, no gas, coast to coast. And that's a record that stands for gas cars too. Well, I gotta admit it, I'm in love with Tofino. This place is absolutely gorgeous. It is breathtaking and hard to believe that this is Canada. This is the end, not only of Canada, but all of North America. This is the easternmost tip on the entire continent. This is Cape Spear, Newfoundland. This is it, guys. Land's End, heading east. So here we are heading through Algonquin Park, and we are on the Trans-Canada Highway, last little bit of it here, heading towards Highway 11, and we plan to drop down through Muskoka and then head on back home. Well, here we are in Muskoka, Ontario, Huntsville to be exact. We're at these level 2 cabinets here, grabbing some juice, and the snow is just starting to fall. So I've still got probably close to 3 hours to get home. So I'm hoping this stuff can just hold off just a little longer. Anyways, wish me luck. We're gonna get home safe. So we are just coming into Bracebridge area, and south of Huntsville, visibility is dropping. We are in a severely reduced visibility situation. And I'm right now quite thankful for this truck in front of us. We're making progress. We're here in Barrie, Ontario. Got out of that Muskoka snowstorm. What a sketchy drive that was. Oh my goodness. We're at this big mall here in Barrie. We're almost there. Just gotta get home in one piece. It's cold out here. Wow. Well, if this isn't deja vu, I don't know what is. We're exiting the same highway at the same spot from when we went out west. This time we're returning from our trip out east. Tim, I finished the trip. And guess what time I arrived back here? 4 in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. The time is 4:27, and we're in the car, 4:27 a.m. Eastern time. In the car, I'm heading over to my buddy Tim's place to get him, and we're hitting the road, starting off this road trip. All right, here we are, my buddy Tim.
Hey, ready to go.
Let's go, man. Let's just dropping you off, buddy.